What's going on? Make sure you check out our new sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They pay cash for smartphones and tablets. Like and share their social media pages, Facebook and Instagram, and websites in the description for a chance to win an iPhone. What you waiting on? Hurry up and get that iPhone. Okay, let's talk about Kevin Garnett. He has some not so nice things to say about Minnesota Timberwolves owner Glen Taylor. Let's talk about where the beef begins and ends at with them. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check our NBA playlist for more videos like this. And Kevin Garnett said that he don't want or ever want his Minnesota Timberwolves jersey retired because Glen Taylor is a snake. He's not a man of his word. And what they say, all you have as a man is your balls and your word. And Glen Taylor is missing one of those, according to Kevin Garnett. And we know it's his word. Now, what happened was when Flip Saunders was there, I guess the end of KG career with the Timberwolves, that Flip Saunders promised him a role in the front office and basically where he could help build the team. And when Flip Saunders died, Glen Taylor went outside of that circle, and basically KG felt like he was passed up for an opportunity that was promised to him by Glen Taylor through Flip Saunders. Glen Taylor didn't keep his word. The owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves, now Kevin Garnett, is going around basically throwing dirt and mud on his name as much as possible. This man is 78 years old, and Kevin Garnett don't care. So, I guess for him, it's like, I didn't win nothing with the Timberwolves. They didn't put the best teams around me. The only time they tried is when they ended up getting Sam Cassell and Latrell Sprewell, and they got dog walked in the Western Conference Finals by Kobe Shaq Lakers. And, maybe it go deeper than that. You got to remember, this was a teenage kid by way of South Carolina out of Chicago that got drafted to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the difference between him and Tim Duncan, it ain't a jump shot, it ain't defense, it ain't a hook shot, it ain't speed. He just got, Tim Duncan got drafted into a better organization. That's just what it boiled down to. Got to remember that, And I'll never forget Chris Carter saying this about the NFL. You will get marginalized if you're not in the right system. And you know how many NBA players, if they would have got drafted and put in a different situation. Imagine if you put Tim Duncan in Minnesota and Kevin Garnett into San Antonio. People probably talk about Kevin Garnett by far as the most talented and statistically and probably the most accomplished basketball player, or one of the most talented basketball players of all time, at least fours. Easily. Even if Tim Duncan did win Timberwolves by some stroke of genius, he'll be considered one of the greatest centers of all time. Only reason Tim Duncan was considered a power forward is because of David Robinson. And the Spurs tanked to get him. So when people talk about talent for talent, you really can't say accomplishments so much. You could talk about performances and key moments, like, oh, he choked in the finals, or he choked like James Harden in the playoffs. But when you talk about talent for talent, you probably got a whole different type of list. But, as far as him being scorned and as far as him being hurt, it just seemed like Glen Taylor not holding his word just killed whatever relationship they had left with Kevin Garnett. And Kevin Garnett is their greatest player in their franchise history. The Wolves came into the league, 89, 90 season in the NBA, if my memory serves me correctly, as an expansion team. And, you go around, 20 years later, 30 years later, Kevin Garnett is still the greatest player. And then he doesn't want, to accept, if you choose to retire his jersey, he just don't want to accept it. So how do you make that right? I mean, you got to go back to the drawing board with him, He wanted a front office role. He wanted the opportunity to run the team. You promised him that, according to him. You didn't hold your word. So at this point, it ain't too much you can do except give him the role he wants. And then again, that relationship may never be the same. You got some guys that sweep it under the rug and move on and take it in stride. You got some guys that hold on to it. And when somebody is dead and they put a good word in for you, and soon as he died, the owner go another way, and then it's not working, I think it'll be a little bit more therapeutic for Kevin Garnett had they hired somebody else in the Timberwolves to be winning. Like, oh, I couldn't did that job. Hey, man, whoop-de-whoop did a great job. Timberwolves, in the first seed, number one seed, or they winning championships, or they going in the right direction. But with the owner picking the wrong guy, to run the organization, and they losing. Kevin Garnett said, I could have did better than that. But Kevin Garnett got to remember rule number one. Don't be believing them owners. Don't believe them pilgrims. I don't know why he's so hurt. But he still ain't got an opportunity in the league. And, look at Ewing, look at Stackhouse, look at Anthony Hardaway, Penny, for people who don't know. They all had to go to college. So, in the NBA, when people talking about the NFL is racist, so is the NBA. It's just in a whole different type of light. The NBA ain't giving former players chances to own teams for real. Michael Jordan is the exception. They're not giving a lot of former black coaches an opportunity to run franchises, even though the league is 80-90% black. It's no real difference from the NFL, but hey, it is what it is. I'll link that TMZ article in the description. You can read what Kevin Garnett said there. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to me on those social media platforms. Follow me. If you want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate is share the video. And let me know what you guys think about Kevin Garnett getting at the Minnesota Timberwolves all gangster. Nothing but a G thing, man. But we gone.